Hi, it's Mary Jo, and I have a story to tell you, but first I want to kind of give you an idea. I got all this cardstock, this big book. I mean, it's nothing fancy. Let's see, let's do it this way. Okay, I really didn't need it, but I thought, and then I got, let me grab it real quick. And then I got these sheets, right? It's this one. They're nothing special, but I just thought it'd be really cool for, working on my crafts. And then Corey likes to do stuff too, so that'd be kind of cool. And then this package. And this. These are just single. This one. And this one, right? Alright. The price on this alone is $19.99. The lady let me have it all for $5. Love garage sales. Right? Garage sales. You get some really good buys. Well, okay, this was yesterday. So, today, we decided we're going to go to a car show and everything, and my husband, he loves to go garage sales. We're looking for garage sales. So we found this sign on the way home from the car show, right? It says from 9 to 4. Okay, it's like 10 to 4. I mean, so we're like, okay, maybe they'll be open, maybe they won't. They were still open. Nobody else is there. They weren't even out there watching it. They were inside the house. So we're just looking through. My husband, he picked out a couple movies. And then looked around, didn't see nothing. And then on this one table, they had all these scrapbooking stuff, stamps. They were like $10 for a package of them, but I wasn't interested in that. I was just looking at, she just had some stickers and stuff like that. So I'm going through and picking the ones that I know that I would use. Some were 10 cents, some were a quarter, a few were 50 cents. Mind you, these, they were not in a sleeve, they were just open. Some that did have a sticker on it said Big Lots. But, it didn't matter, right? Just looking, and, the price was good. Well, then they had these packages. Now, I can't show it because I already used it. But let's say, you get like a package, and you have like maybe 3 sheets, and then it'll have like a templates and other little stuff that you can use for your scrapbooking that comes into the package. I bought one a while back at Hobby Lobby. It was regular 8 something, and I got it for $1.74. That's the only reason why I bought it, because it was on clearance. So I picked out 3 that I knew I would use. The other ones I didn't, because they're like, pregnancy, stuff like that. I'm not going to use stuff like that. So, and they only had $1. Cool, good deal. Well, then my husband pointed out there was a box, maybe like a little box, probably about like that. It was probably, it doesn't matter. It was just full of these little strips of embellishments and stickers, stuff like that. Some were in packaging, some weren't. It said a nickel a piece or make an offer for all. And so my husband said, well, why don't you just see if she'll take $1 for it? And because I said, well, I've already spent, 10 minutes looking through all this paper. I didn't want to go through it. And I go, well, whatever, if you think she'll take it for $1, he says, well, even if she says 2, I'll get it for you. And I'm like, okay. So he takes it up to the woman. I'm going to try to say this without laughing. She comes out of the house, and he goes, it says 5 cents a piece, but it says make an offer. He says, I'll give you $1. And she's like, oh, no, I can't accept it. Are you serious? She said, that stuff cost me $10 a piece. And he's like, well, I'm sorry, but it does say, you know, a nickel a piece or make an offer. He says, I'm just making an offer. It's not a big deal. And then she started saying, well, I'll give you 2 for $5. And I just look at my husband's looking at me. It's like, okay, the price is even going up higher. I mean, it went from 5 cents to you get 2 for $5, right? Because she made it specifically clear it was $5, not 2 for a nickel. So I don't know what I want to go do. This paper was sitting there. So then she's like, well, what's all that paper you have in your hand? And I said, well, there's just stickers and stuff like that. I says, you know, some are nickels, some are 10 cents, quarter, a few were 50 cents. I said, but I do have a few that didn't have a price. So I'm thinking, you know, to me, after seeing everything that was in there, I figured maybe she charged me 10 cents a piece, quarter, I don't care. It would have been fine. And she goes, well, how much is on that package of paper? And then I'm talking about the one where you get the 3 or 4 sheets with the little embellishments in it. Okay, the original price on it was 6 something, 7 something. So I know she's had it for a while. Because like I said, I've seen them more than that at Hobby Lobby. And it was nothing particular. Like I said, I was just getting it because it was $1. Okay? She goes, oh no, I cannot give that to you for that price. She goes, I got to talk to her. Whoever, I guess, one of her kids marked it or whatever. So I'm looking at my husband. I'm like trying not to laugh. Chloe would be so proud of me because usually I can be really a bitch, okay? But I just thought the whole thing was funny. And I'm like, I just looked at her and I said, you know what? I really don't care. I don't need it that bad. I'm not going to argue with you. So I just took the stuff. Because, mind you, it was probably about this thick, alright? Like I said, 3 packages was the paper, but the rest was all the stickers. And I just went over there and I just dropped it right where they originally were at. I did not put them exactly where they were at because apparently she's going to reprice them. Mind you, she closes her sale at 4 o'clock. So it's already after 4 o'clock. So... But, you know, I've never had that happen before. I've went to people's yard sales when they don't have a price or something. I'll ask them how much it is. And then it just seems like all of a sudden if you're interested in it, it's like they want a whole lot of money. Because, like, one garage sale we went earlier, a woman was looking at something. I can't remember. I think it was a vase or something. She goes, what does it have a price on it? She goes, oh, I want $5 for that. And she's looking at her like... No, she said she wanted $10. And the lady says, well, I'll give you $5. And she goes, oh, no. The workmanship in it is spectacular. And she's going on and on like that. And the older lady kind of looked at me, and I looked at her. It's like, whatever. So she ended up putting it back. But, I mean, you get stuff like that. I mean, and that's one thing about yard sales. You like to finagle, get the price lower and everything. But I never had anybody that had price, and I mean, the sticker was on there. It was those, those big colored brown stickers that you can get that says like $1 to quarter. That's what all these were. There was no mismatch. And then when she was telling my husband, well, I paid $10 for that, my husband and he had a couple movies in his hands, and she even wanted a little bit more than what he normally would pay, but the only reason why he went along with it is because it was sealed. It hadn't been opened. At least he said it looked like it had been opened. So he's going to go with that. And he said as soon as he heard what she said about how she couldn't sell it to me because that was the wrong price and going on and on and on, he just set everything down. He said, he goes, let's go. And I'm just like... But it just, I laugh. We just laugh all the way home because we just never had anything like that happen. The way she was carrying on, it's like, there's no way I could change the prices. I don't have those stickers in my pocket. They matched with everything else that was there. There was still a stack of paper, of the packages, not to mention the other stack, they had stickers and everything. So it's not like I went and was taking stickers and changing the prices. I mean, she could go right there and look. They were all the same. It was like so bizarre. But we laughed all the way home. But I would have recorded sooner, but every time I thought about it, I just started busting out laughing. It just hit my funny bone. It's the only thing I could tell you. But anyway, I just thought I'd give you my little idea what adventure I had today. You guys have a wonderful day. Enjoy your Saturday evening. Bye-bye.